Welcome to Not Just a Pretty Face podcast, where we are pretty on purpose and beyond the surface. I am with the lovely Coach Nakisha, owner of Stepping Out of Your Comfort Zone, but I'm going to let her tell y'all exactly what it means in a little bit. Of course, I am your host, Michaela, but you can call me Coco. So, say hey.
Hey, y'all.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with SOMCZ.
All right, so I am Coach Nakisha. On social media, I am Nakisha Adams Smith. All right, so what I do is I coach business owners. I make sure that you are a successful, profitable, in all caps business. I teach you everything that Google doesn't teach you. I am not a Google coach. All right, so I teach you everything that TikTok probably tell you pieces of.
Right.
So I make sure that you have your business set up, you have your pricing in alignment, you know all the ins and outs, insurance, lawyers, everything. We do the whole 9 yards.
See? Everything. And this is why she's my first guest, okay? Because she does it all. She does it all. So y'all got to tune in with her. She's going to give y'all her information at the end, but keep watching to get all of that, okay? So my first question, what do you feel like makes you more than a pretty face?
So I feel like what makes me more than a pretty face is my expertise. Because I'm not one that shows off. I don't show off the materialistic things as a coach.
Okay.
So regardless of what my income is, you'll never know it because I won't show you that part. So I don't do the glam and glitz. Y'all know I be on social media, and only way I have on makeup is I'm going somewhere. So I show people how to be themselves. So past the face, past the looks, past all of that, I want you to see me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I want you to see my heart. I want you to see my drive. And then you see my beauty.
Right.
And you're like, girl, you know, so you know when I step out, they be like, oh, you cute, because you used to be at Crocs and leggings and all of that. So when I step by, they be like, oh, you pretty. And I'm like, okay, yeah, because you saw all the other stuff first.
Right.
Yeah. So
But I like that though. It definitely lets people see you business wise first,
right,
before they judge on the appearance. Because most people only want to work with you if they think you look a certain type of way.
Right.
So that's it. I like that you do that. So what got you into wanting to own your own business?
So I always wanted a daycare. So I went into the military because I love to travel. Well, after 10 and a half years, I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. And then I had a child, and she never saw me. And she started saying, well, mommy, all the kids at school get picked up by their mama, but you'll never be here. So I'm like, oh, I got to change this because they making me look bad. So I decided to resign from the military, and I started an in-home daycare. So that was my first step into entrepreneurship. Okay. So by starting the in-home daycare, there was no coaches out there. Facebook didn't have coaches, nobody had. So I had to go in the trenches on my own. So I had to learn all the ins and outs, and I ended up getting a contract with the same military as a daycare. Okay. So I learned all of the ins and outs. So I was like, I can teach that to other people because there's so many people don't understand or don't have that knowledge that I've gained during this process. So I own the daycare for 7 years, and I decided to step away from daycare and open up SOMCZ, and it went from there.
Okay. That's great. So you like helping others?
Yes. I like to brag about people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
I like to brag about my people.
You do. Because just before we came in here, I'm like, oh, Lord, she put me on blast.
Yeah, I was on live. I was like, oh, that girl looking sexy and stuff. Then somebody asked me, do you teach podcasting? So you gonna add some up under your belt in a minute.
Me? Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you.
Maybe. we'll get there. So, what would you say keeps you going, and like what motivates you to keep waking up and doing the same thing?
Y'all. Because I love to see, when I see my clients go from working a job to barely making ends meet to now making $50,000 a year, and we can jump on a plane at any given time, and we can go out to eat without saying, let me check my bank account. Like, I'm like, yeah, because I remember the day when I used to have to say, I don't know. So my clients really motivate me because I know that they're watching me And if I have a bad day or I don't get up enthused, they're not gonna be enthused. So I set my tone based off the people that I'm surrounded by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. So see, she's so helpful, and she loves us, even though we get on her nerves.
Yeah, they made me great early. I ain't but 41 and great. This don't make no sense.
I mean, it's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'll take that.
Okay, so we know a little bit about what she does. So now it's time to get into the segments. I'm pretty sure she doesn't expect anything right now, but I didn't tell her anything, but we're gonna get into it. All right. So the first one is story time.
Ooh, Lord.
Story time. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Okay.
Can you tell us about a time where you felt the most proud of yourself as a woman?
The most proud of myself? Kayla. Yep. Being her mom. Because I was a single mom. And the odds are always against you at that. So I think my most proudest moment is to see her take ownership of her life at 16 and come back from all her adversity, from suicidal attempts and just own herself. I think that was my proudest moment because I had to step away from just being her mom and be everything else she needed. So I think her taking ownership and graduating early, going to esthetician school, I'm like, okay, I did that. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because at one time I'm like, Lord, I'm going to lose my baby to society. You get what I'm saying? To the things that people say you should do if you're going through stuff. Because you know how our teens are now. They're not like we were. When we grew up, we had a little strength, a little backbone. So that was, I think, my best moment when she graduated. I was like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. Even though she did it, I said I did it.
But you did that too. And we're proud of Kayla. Yeah. So congratulations to you and Kayla, because definitely Kayla she'll be on another episode, but she is an up and coming makeup artist, so y'all gonna have to stay tuned for her because she's pretty good. She does her makeup, my mom's makeup all the time, and it always looks great. Okay, so tell us about a time where you felt the most proud of yourself as a business owner.
When COVID happened. And everybody was like, what the world are you doing? Because I just had got this building and COVID hit. And I sat in the office and I was like, God, what the heck am I going to do? And I just went to my notes and unfolded my notebook and like, run it. You be on social media all the time, run it. Right. And so from March to September, October, I hit 6 figures. And I was proud of myself for that because I didn't count on nobody else. Right. It was something I did.
You chose to do it.
I did, and I did it on my own. It wasn't nobody guided me. Nobody gave me nothing. Nobody gave me the platform. Nobody. So for that to happen, it was like, girl, like, I want to be humble, but Lord, I want to tell the world. But I had to stay a little humble because, and it took me a long time to start talking about where I'm at in income because I don't believe in bragging, but I have a clear understanding as a coach, I gotta tell people what I did. So that was the moment. Like, girl, you need 6 figures.
The coaching results.
So I think that was it.
Okay, so maybe this ties into kind of what you just said, or maybe you might have a different answer. Can you think of a time where you felt that people doubted you or felt like you were in over your head, but that gave you the ammunition and the courage to keep going?
I think my most doubt came graduating from high school and leaving college to go to the military. Because I was in my junior year of college. And I left college and went to the military. And everybody was like, what the world is you doing? Like, but I had a plan.
Right.
Like, I knew what I want. I always know what I want. And I don't ask people for permission. And so if I feel like you don't agree with me, I do it, and then I tell you once I'm about to walk out. So literally, my family did not know I was leaving until my recruiter came the night before to tell me what time he was picking me up the next day, because I didn't want nobody to talk me out of what I knew I was supposed to do.
Right.
So it's a lot of decisions I've made that people have doubted me, but they have been some amazing decisions.
Right.
They had good results.
It always looks scary in the beginning, but if you know I won't get through this, I got a plan.
Right.
As long as you believe in you, that's it.
Right.
That's all you need.
Right.
Everybody else will follow along, and they'll be like, I was believing you this whole time. No,
you didn't. Because you was the one like, girl, what you doing? Like, why you doing that? You ain't got but a year left in college. And I'm like, but I want to go to the military. So.
And look at where it's got you now, you know?
And I went back to college.
See?
And graduated.
Because
from
you
the
can
same
always
college.
go back.
From the same college, matter of fact.
See, you can always go back.
Yep.
Okay, so thank you for that story time. See, that wasn't so bad.
No, that wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad at all. Okay, the next segment, we got question and answers.
Okay.
So, my first question is, what advice would you give to a young woman that wants to get into entrepreneurship?
Don't jump on every bandwagon you see that looks good, because looks can be deceiving. Yes. I tell all my entrepreneurs that don't hire people for the look, because looks can be deceiving, and the look can set you back further than you, or make you take longer to get where you need to go. So don't ever hire anybody for the look.
Right.
That's definitely what, especially this time and this season, because social media has a big influence. So don't hire. I tell people to watch people for a while. I even tell people to watch me. That's why I go live so much. Watch me until you know I know what I'm talking about to help you. Don't just look at what I drive or how I go out or the trips I take. No, don't go off the look, because baby, don't go off the look. Some of them trips be free. Don't go off the look. They be paid. So you just strictly go off of, I say, learn the person and understand that they can really help you in the area as an entrepreneur before you hire somebody.
Yeah.
Or follow them.
Definitely, because I know for me and younger, we look, like you said, we look at the look and we're like, oh, well, she got this, she got that bag, or she got those shoes. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to go here. But it be a scam. We see so many times where people like, oh, don't go to this person, she scammed me. This person, or they didn't plagiarize from another course, and they just copied and pasted, and they sold it to you for $1,000, but you thought that you about to get all the game in the world. So,
yep.
Can be scary out here, y'all. Watch out.
I hear all the horror stories.
As many they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is also another one that you kind of touched on, but you might have a different answer. What do you feel is missing in today's world as far as in business?
Being authentic. Everybody wants to be what they see. And nobody comes into entrepreneurship being authentic. And people don't realize being authentic can grow your business like crazy. Selling your story. A lot of people are attracted to what feels and looks like them. So if you got a story, sell your story.
Right.
A lot of people want to sell other people's stories. So sell your story, because your story literally will attract your audience. And your audience are people that's going to stick with you in your right and your wrong, because they see you in them and them in you, even though you're the business owner.
Right.
So there a lot of people, they come in the industry and as entrepreneurs, and they try to be the other person they see instead of being their sales, not realizing their sales will literally open all the doors.
So many doors.
Yep. So that's what I would tell you.
Okay. So how would you suggest the person start out? Would you suggest like going live or just making posts? Like, what would you feel like would be the starting out?
I say
the whole thing.
Whatever is comfortable to you.
Okay.
Because y'all know I'm big on live. But everybody ain't there yet.
Right.
But I always tell people, y'all see me now, But the reason why y'all see me in my car, because I wasn't that person either. Mm-hmm. So what I started doing was I would drive in my car and go live. I don't have to look at the camera. So I'm driving, it doesn't feel like I'm ignoring you or I'm off not looking or I'm nervous because I'm driving. Mm-hmm. So you got to find that comfort place for you to be able to give what you need to give. Mine was in the car driving because I ain't got to look at the camera. Now I can look at the camera. But back then, baby, I put that camera up and be like, let me drive and talk. So I feel like I'm talking to the passenger. So that's what I did.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It definitely makes sense. Okay, so the last one. What is the best advice anyone has ever given you as a woman?
Ooh, that's good. Now I gotta think. So, one of the things my grandma always told me that stuck with me, she said, you're your own self. And no matter how yourself look jacked up to others, it's you. So own you, and people will fall in love with your jacked up self. So I was like, I don't know about that, girl. Because I was a fighter in high school. So she used to always say, you hot-headed, but you're different. And she was like, own you. Like, people are going to fall in love with that person.
Right.
Your faults, all your insecurities, because I have insecurities, because we all know I got cut on my eye, so at times I'll have to do this right here. So because I wear glasses, if I wear my glasses, my eye might do a little something. So those are my insecurities, especially with speaking and stuff. And she always told me, she was like, they gonna fall in love with all of you. Like, own you, own your country accent, own your gaps, own all of that, and they're gonna fall in love with you. So I started. It took me a long time now.
Yeah.
Literally about 5 years ago, I just started owning all the stuff she said back in the day. So that was, I think, my grandma's advice was the best advice, because SOMCZ and people, they love me. They love the country accent. They love the gap, and it doesn't take away from my capabilities.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that stuck with me. Be you, girl.
And see, look how that plays in with sharing your story and being authentic. All of that plays in full circle. Grandmas always know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but I ain't believe grandma at first, baby. Grandma, I got gaps. What you talking about? I need braces. And I done had braces twice. Don't tell nobody, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
2 times and still got a gap.
You know how that...
Retainer. Don't ever weigh them.
See,
just wasting money.
But see, it's what is it? Like a scam. It's a scam.
Because they don't tell you.
They don't tell
you got to wear retainer for the rest of your life. Or the gap's going to come back.
They're going to come right on back.
Who wants to put a retainer in their mouth every night?
Nobody.
Not me. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to embrace these gaps,
I'm
y'all.
a victim of it too. I start wearing every retainer. I don't even know where it's at.
Sorry for the people who love their retainers.
So, what would you give, and what advice would you pass on to a woman, not even as a business owner, but just like a woman or a young woman who's trying to come into herself, who has faced a lot of adversity, who has been through God knows what would you tell her?
Never compare yourself. I always tell Kayla that, and because I got a teenager. So I always tell her, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things, but be smart about your moves. Like, I can't tell you, no, don't go to the club because I'm scared. Because I went to the club as a teenager. Right. But I'm telling you to be more cautious and understand the life we living in right now. So I always tell my young people when I talk to them, be yourself. Don't look up to the industry. Don't let your role model change who you are, because a lot of times we let our role models become us, and that's now your role model should be like, I got role models. Like, I love Andy Smith. Yeah. But I would never want to be them. I learned their ways and things that they put in place so that I can utilize it, but I never want to be them. Right. And I think a lot of times the young generation, they see this and they go under the knife and they do all these things to be what they see when they can actually be themselves and just add some of those perks from what they see, right, and thrive, right, like crazy. So I would tell you, be you. Whatever you created to be you. Listen, own you. If you don't do nothing else, own you. Be confident in you, baby. Hold that head up high. Listen, don't let nobody tell you what you can't be, what you can't do, where you came from, and don't let where you came from dictate where you're going.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
a lot of people, that's what we do. We be like, oh, my mama was this, or my daddy. Baby, I don't compare myself to nobody. I don't care who my mama is and who my daddy is. I'm Keisha.
Right.
They just gave me a little, you know what I'm saying? They helped me get here. They put me here. But they ain't me and I'm not them.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? And just like your kids are their own selves. They're not you, you're not them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't try to make Kayla be me. Baby, be you.
Right.
But I need to know what you're doing being you.
Right.
Just in case I got to reel you back in a little bit. But be you. Don't be me. But yeah, I would say own who you are, be you, and don't compare yourself to where you came from. Don't let your past or don't let your insecurities take over you.
Gotcha.
A lot of insecurities take over us.
Yes.
Because it play a big part of us not being or not walking in who we supposed to be.
That's true.
If you wanna dance. Don't let your insecurity of maybe my feet, what you call them, pigeon or whatever.
Yeah.
Stand in the way, because if you can dance, I'm about to see your feet. They be like, oh, that girl killing it. So don't allow. That's just it. Don't allow your insecurities to stand in the way of who you are and what you can achieve.
Right.
Like, set them suckers to the side and just do it.
Well, as you can see, the lesson of the day, okay, and I really hope you guys are paying attention, is always be yourself. Don't change for anybody. Figure out who you are, love you, and then let others fall in love with yourself.
That's good.
See how I summed that up? See, I was listening.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on as my first guest for my first episode.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
Kept putting it off, but I'm back, and more episodes will be coming. Okay, but you gotta stay tuned, because they're not gonna come as fast. I gotta get there. So
they gonna come every week after a while.
After a while.
We gonna say every week.
After a while, but for right now, it's every 2 weeks. All right.
Oh, that's a good start.
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's a good start.
See, but then it might go to every month. No.
You gotta get a little mixture of everybody. You gotta get your ratchet side. You gotta get your church folks. You got to show a little bit of everybody.
Right, because everybody can display.
Cause y'all, all my
face.
friends are all over the place, y'all. I got a little bit of everybody on in my group,
Yeah.
and I love all of them the same. Cause they bring out everything in me, honey. Ooh, yes.
I'm gonna bring you in the church and the ghetto. I'm gonna bring them in, so because everybody got somebody they can relate to.
Yes, they can help.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a story.
Everybody has a story. That's true.
Yep.
That's crazy. Somebody told me that. That's why I started it back, because somebody I was talking to, she told me that everybody has a story and somebody wants to be heard. So that was why I wanted to bring it back, because I'm like, okay, you're right, and I need to keep the ball rolling, because nobody else is giving women this opportunity, as far as I know, and where we're in the area that we are in, to be able to have a platform where it's not
bias.
Yeah, and when you go out to the cities like Atlanta, New York, LA, they have those platforms, but here in the little small town that we are, small city that we're in, it's not out there as much as it should be. Right. So even if it is, it's not even popular, because it's like, But we're gonna break that. And y'all gonna keep seeing us more and more. She go to dance, y'all, so don't pay no attention.
And I got one dance for everything.
Well, I really do thank you for coming
You're welcome.
on and agreeing to doing this. It's really helping me branch back out. So tell the people how they can find you.
Okay. So y'all can find me on social media, on Facebook at Nakisha Adams Smith, SOMCZ. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at SOMCZ Coach. Or you can follow my website, SOMCZ.com. As y'all know, everything is SOMCZ. And we have a magazine. So if you ever want to be in our magazine, go check us out at SOMCZmagazine.com.
See, look, she put it all in for y'all. So you got no excuse for not being know how to find her. But see, you already went before I was about to ask you. How can they support you?
So y'all can support me by following me. Baby, I make money. Don't just follow me though. I need y'all to engage with me. Talk to me. Come on my lives and engage with me because I make money on Facebook. I ain't made it to TikTok yet with the money. Or Instagram.
It's okay.
But Facebook, yeah, I don't need to be on there enough to make money.
Well, on TikTok,
I'm gonna get that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one day.
One day, it's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Facebook, that's where I'm at. All the time.
All the time. It's gonna come. It's gonna come.
Thank you, man.
Well, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. You can follow us on Instagram at NJAPF Official, and this will be on our YouTube page and more to come. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share with all your family and friends, and tell them to keep on coming back because we got more to share. We got more stories to tell. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, this is my first guest, Nakisha. And as always, stay pretty, my friends.